You're watching my favorite YouTube channel. I am Chillmonger. This is the Black Panther 2 Wakanda Forever trailer, Wa Funeral for Cheddar trailer, or as I like to call it, the Riri Williams first appearance in a movie trailer. See, the main character of Marvel is Riri Williams, Ironheart, also known as, and she'll be featured in this film. I'm interested in that more so than I am, the death of this guy here, who debuted here. See this guy, this character, debuted, and then he's still being written about in comics today. So I don't see the reason to kill the character and have him end like that last trailer told us would happen. I would hope that maybe something happens here in this trailer to show that they have detoured and they're not going to go the route of ending this influential character who, if you name the top 50 movie characters, I said movies, Forrest Gump, Rocky Balboa, Neo, if you named 50 of them, one of those characters would have dark skin. And that's this character. That is the superhero that was the lead of that film from 2018, had 3 other appearances in the MCU. So to end that would be, I don't know, downright backwards for racial progress when we had an actual character who looked the way he looked, surrounded in the top 50 of movie characters. I dare you, I challenge you to name one other character in the top 50, okay? Because I can hear the detractors. That's what they're doing. And I hope this trailer alludes to the survival or the rerouting of the character known as T'Challa, the Black Panther. Not a Black Panther, the Black Panther. Shuri as the Black Panther is nothing but a story point, not a franchise. Wrong way. Full screen and play. Oh man. You're digging into those emotional, like, he didn't need to die, guys. How
Only the most broken people.
You guys are selling a funeral. They did it again. His life is there. Chadwick Boseman's
Can
not
be
here.
great leaders.
Don't use him to sell this movie.
His people did not call him general or king. They called him Kukul Khan, the feather serpent god. Killing him will risk eternal war.
He's coming for the surface world.
We know what you whisper. They have lost their protector.
Because the writer put it
It's
in
our time to strike. Show them who we are.
who we are. That's the same drop that T'Challa did. Manipulation in the first trailer. Get tickets now. I'll pass. I'm just gonna go ahead and dislike that because they did something cheap and they really tried to milk the death of a man who died to sell a trailer. That's what happened. Who thinks that was a good trailer? I mean, I much as I enjoy Riri Williams, seeing her be all like, yeah, I'm doing something, I'm flying, and see, that is interesting to me. But the killing off of, I tried to eat it. There, I got it. The killing off of T'Challa seems to still be confirmed. I would have hoped that maybe, I don't know, they would have rerouted, but no, they still got the same image. They've got no problem with that big poster in the background. It's Chadwick Boseman's face, but yeah, it's the character of T'Challa. But they've got no problem showing that in a trailer and an advertisement in a let's come get you into the seats, get your butt in the seats. Now, if they did that as some sort of tribute and some sort of way to honor him, and we see that in the movie, I'd still disagree because you know my stance, but I would feel that they could say and they could hide behind, oh, we're doing that to honor him. This is our way of, you know, giving this guy love. They're doing that to sell movie tickets, bro. It should not be here. It's 2 times. It should not be here in this trailer. I've complained about the first time in that first trailer of that poster or that mural. It's called a mural on the wall, and my 1,300 sub voice isn't cutting it. It's not reaching the ears of Marvel Studios. I have a powerful dollar, multiple dollars, which I'm not going to give to this movie. The first go around, man, 2018, I went with multiple people, and then I saw it a couple repeat times in the theaters. That's a lot of money that's not going to be given by Chillmonger to this movie. I hope it makes less money. I hope they realize, holy, this franchise is not the franchise without the main character. Trailer looked nice. Seeing Namor flap, it's funny because if you read a comic, his wings, of course, they're still, they don't move in a comic book. But to see them fluttering was yeah, of course they'd be fluttering, you know. The way that they kept on cutting to Namor early in the trailer, and then back to Shuri, and she's all crying because they're like, it's really a balance between we're trying to make you cry and we're trying to tell a story. It was very fitting because there's this storyline of Atlantis is about to attack. Atlantis is about to attack us, and then on the other side it's also, oh yeah, but don't forget to be sad about Chadwick Boseman, that thing from 2 years ago. They're reopening a wound, which I feel like, man, 2 years, I don't care who you are, after 2 years after a guy dies. Kobe Bryant died around the same time too, right? Like, we're kind of, it's accepted, it's settled in, and it's going to be nice to watch the Redeem team, NBA, or not the NBA, but the Olympic team from 2008 redeeming their loss in the Olympics from 2004. That'll be nice to see Kobe featured there. Well, I don't know what point I'm trying to say, just that the 2 people died close to the same time, one in January, one in August, and it's accepted. Like, it is done. I think you made the decision, Marvel Studios, Ryan Coogler, Nate Moore, and Kevin Feige, you guys watched, right? You made the decision to kill the character, end the character, at a time where maybe Chadwick's death was so fresh in your mind, you didn't consider that the movie would come out years after the actual death of Chadwick Boseman. I think you were looking at the Furious 7 box office, which made over $1 billion. That was the movie where the actor Paul Walker had died. His character Brian, actually they didn't kill Brian, they just had him drive away. Till we see you again. I wish they would have thought that way and did that here. Maybe they could have delayed T'Challa. There's 1,000 million ways you could have done it. He went off into space, and you can borrow from Intergalactic Empire. That's a storyline from comic books. You could say that the movie happens during the blip. You can say that a Skrull actually dies. Don't worry, in the post-credit scene, we'll see T'Challa's back alive. He could be faking his death just because he's this really smart guy. You didn't need to actually kill the character. You could say that there's a whole bunch of incursions based off Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, and he gets sucked into an incursion, and boom, he's outside. We'll see him back in Secret Wars. Some other actor will be casted, but this character did not need to die. I don't think we saw a body in that funeral in the trailer. We saw a couple of new angles of it from the previous trailer, so maybe some of these are still viable and possible. The movie comes out in 38 days. That's how long Marvel Studios has to salvage a superhero who means so much. And it's not his mantle of Black Panther which means so much, and that you can just pluck it and put it on anyone else. That's ridiculous. You couldn't do that with any other character. It doesn't work. It hasn't worked. Any progress that can be made by taking the Black Panther name and throwing it on Shuri, who it looks like, I think it's safe to say now that it's Shuri, right, from the ending of the trailer. Putting it on Shuri, let's say they give her all this publicity and they just forward her for the next little decade. Marvel done with this MCU because all the actors are too old and it's just time to reboot, clean slate. We're going to start a whole new universe that's going to last 30 years. They're going to cast a 10-year-old Shuri because they have 30 years planned. They're going to cast an actual T'Challa who's going to be mid-20s, athletic. They're going to get somebody. They are recasting. And if they're going to do that, and the Black Panther mantle and T'Challa will be united again, which will happen, regardless of how you feel maybe insensitive. If you're watching this video and you made it this far, you're probably sick of me because I have the opposite opinion. But maybe you're a tolerant person and you want to hear a different take. So if you're someone who's like, nah, can't do no recast, I'm letting you know, they will recast. There will be another T'Challa. And to me, when I see that T'Challa, I hope, may Allah keep me alive to see that next universe in 30, for next 30 years. But when I see that, I'm going to go, wow. There was a lot of time in between where Marvel was dancing around with Shuri, with Letitia Wright's character, as the Black Panther, when we really could have been getting the elevation and the popularity being risen of the actual Black Panther, who's going to be Black Panther in every video game, comic book, movie, and every like cartoon. It's going to go back to T'Challa. So why are we meandering here and wasting valuable time on literal racial progress? Do I say that enough? This is racial progress. This character is very influential, and he transcended, or he broke a ceiling by getting to, as I keep saying, the top 50 of just movie characters. Name one, that's the challenge, and I'll close the video here. Name one comic book character, movie character, who's black, as recognized as this guy here. Leave it there. He's valuable, okay? We don't have that many. There's Storm and there's him when it comes to the comic books. Shout out Monica Rambeau. Monica Rambeau has a comic book series that's coming out in December, and we can make that 3. But right now, there's only Storm and there's only T'Challa who are that valuable. Buy the comic in December and let's push Monica Rambeau Photon into the top echelon of characters in Marvel.